Please welcome writer-director Zach Bandler and actress-producer Meg Steedle.
Thank you. And thank you to the Stony Brook Film Festival for having us here this evening.
So remember, you can tweet your questions if you like at hashtag SBFF. Do we have any questions from the audience? Yes, ma'am.
I didn't see the place, setting in the credits. Where was it filmed and which lighthouse was it?
So the question was about where it was filmed and which lighthouse it was.
So it's actually two locations. All the exteriors were shot up on the coast of Oregon, where I'm from originally. It's the Heceta Head Lighthouse above Florence, Oregon, if you know Oregon at all. And the bulk of the film was actually shot in the mountains above Malibu in Los Angeles, California, on a falling down little movie ranch set, which was an interesting experience and yet also perfect for the film.
And leaking
Very much
from
leaking,
the water.
Yes. More questions? I'll start asking if you don't. Yes?
Zach, as the writer, if you got to expand this film as per your vision, what would it tell in terms of the backstory and the story going forward?
So the question was about the possibility of expanding this, and what would you do if you were to expand the story?
So yes, I'm presently working on the feature film script for this, for The Lightkeeper. Excuse me, I'm getting over a little bronchitis. The film deals with, obviously it's a father-daughter story. It deals with dementia. It deals with communication between these two and this very fractured relationship. The specific type of dementia the story is about as a feature is frontotemporal dementia, if any of you are aware of that. It's a bit rarer than Alzheimer's or vascular dementia. It affects the lobes of the brain that actually deal with language and deal with personality. So what I think is most interesting to both of us about this movie, or about this story, excuse me, is communication. And what is reconciliation when one party is not fully present? And how do you achieve that? So that's kind of where we're headed with it.
Another question? Yes, sir. Right, so why did you have a Marine Corps tattoo on your back?
Well, we wanted to explore what the relationship is like between two people who are actually from the same family, but the daughter who ends up the daughter who tries to go on a completely different path from her father. I think there's a lot of pain there, and him being a writer, she went the complete opposite and became a part of the Marines and wanted to train strictly physical. And one of the things that we were very interested in is how people communicate based on their occupation or their training, even when they are of the same blood. So she was from the Marines.
Yes, ma'am. Right, so she was talking about the stories about people in lighthouses. Did you choose a lighthouse for a specific reason?
I mean, obviously there's a lot of iconography and lore around lighthouses in general, and I think for this particular story, the isolation is a huge part of that, for both of these characters. I mean, the light as a symbol of beckoning, as a symbol of coming back to safety in a way, is really a huge part of the story.
And I think we have time for just one more question, so let's make it a good one. Who's got a question? Am I missing something? Yes, right there, sir. Right, so the question was about the newspaper clippings and what was the significance, what were they about?
So I think this was really a proof of concept for a bigger feature. So one of the challenges we had was putting in, peppering in little things that would give a bigger picture. Their relation, the idea of that is that her mother committed suicide, and which is really where the relationship started to go sour for both of them, them being father and daughter.
So yes, you're actually reading it.
Yes, you're not crazy.
It's on the newspaper. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank
Zach
you guys so
Bandler,
much.
Meg Steedle. Remember to vote.